IELTS speaking tips and tricks. IELTS speaking tips and tricks. The IELTS speaking exam requires your full attention. Being attentive will ensure no mistakes and will help you get a good score. Mentioned below are some tips that will help you through the IELTS exam. Don't try to be cheeky and oversmart. This might create a bad impression on the examiner. Answer the introductory, direct questions, maintaining a neutral tone. You will be allowed to expand in the subsequent section. Being over-friendly will also reflect poorly on your results, so it's best to avoid being too informal. Be natural and avoid being too formal. This might create the perception that you have rehearsed these questions before. Correct yourself. If you make a mistake, that's the most obvious thing to do. When you make a mistake, it is always good to correct yourself, and it might even convince the examiner to pardon your mistake. If you can't hear the question, you must voice your concern. This will help in avoiding mistakes. Arising out of miscommunication, you can say, "Sorry, I couldn't hear the question," or ask, "Could you please repeat the question?" If you don't understand the question, you can always clarify with the examiner by asking questions like, "Do you mean?" or "I couldn't clearly understand the questions. Could you explain what it means?" Avoid answering questions with just yes or no. Keep your answers short and sweet. 2 to 3 sentences is enough. The first IELTS speaking introduction questions are really a warm-up. The examiner is not really evaluating you very much. They are just getting used to your voice. However, first impressions are important. If you make lots of grammar mistakes, they will notice. It will be like a tomato stain on your shirt. So keep your answers simple so you can be really accurate and with our mistakes. Don't write out your answers. Many students write out their answers like this. It's not perfect. Repeat the questions. Sometimes it's a good idea to repeat the question so you can buy time to think. This is also a very natural way of speaking. Avoid lists. When they ask you what you do every day, don't just give a list of things like a shopping list. Choose just 2 things and give some small details. This will also allow to show a wider range of vocabulary. How to introduce yourself in IELTS exam. Number 1. Get to the test center a little early. Number 2. Listen to some English on your phone before the test. This will help you get in the mood. Number 3. Get mentally prepared. If you are nervous, that is normal and fine. Just allow your nerves to be. Some nerves are butterflies before the tests are a good thing. Smile, be proud of your English, love your English, stay in that positive mood for a few seconds. Number 4. Ignore any notes the examiner makes. Examiners may make notes and they are usually the timings they follow. They aren't your score. and have nothing to do with you. Ignore them.